Need high-quality video to promote your event, business, or band? We can help.
We're Pixel Pond, a video production team based in the Pacific Northwest, providing high-quality content to clients across the U.S. and Canada.
Whether you want coverage of your live event to promote for next year, or need a camera and a camera operator for your next big project, we can accommodate projects of all sizes.
Your story is important. Visit pixelpondllc.com or send an email to info@pixelpondllc.com to get started today. We can't wait to work with you.
Parental warning. This podcast contains references to lap dances, raw dogging, the DBJs, hoes, and the bedroom hoedown. Please podcast responsibly.
This time on Gamers Week podcast. Sony has patented a ghost assistance system for when you just can't be bothered to get good. In the newly surfaced patent, Sony worries that video games have become very complicated, so players who are not experts often quit playing, thus not giving us their money. Thus, this AI ghost is meant to help solve modern gaming frustrations and challenges, Sony suggests.
It's like Clippy. Sounds like you're trying to win a game. Need some help?
It looks like you're using a save state in a game competition. I don't think that's very good.
Webhead says, Sony Clippy on GTA 6. Sounds like you're looking for a good place to pick up hose.
Can I get one of those in real life?
Mad Milkman is already asking for bets on how late we're going to start, so...
Okay. So I guess we just go right into it, or what?
Yeah, to prove Mad Milkman wrong.
All right, we're raw dogging it. Here we go.
It's the only way I like to dog it. Is there is there a cooked dog in it?
Cooked dog in it?
Yeah, because one's raw, you know? So like a medium rare... I'm well done dogging it.
Yeah, raw dogging it does imply the existence of other states of dogging it.
Exactly.
Okay. So what's a well done dog?
It's like triple bagging it, you know?
I got to double bag it. I don't know where that girl's been. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Hello, la la la. And welcome. You guys start early? No, we actually just started, Zach.
Yeah, T-Ken says, new year, new being on time.
Just said, screw it. We'll do it live.
Yeah.
But welcome in, everybody, and welcome to Gamers Week podcast. Like the name says, we analyze the best, worst, and weirdest headlines of the past week in the video game industry. This is episode 194, and today is Wednesday, January 7th, 2026. My name is donniegretro, and I will be your host this evening, but as you can see, I am not alone. Yes, get your bingo cards ready because Donnie G. Retro did sing. My first co-host recently lost his only world record this past Monday, and we just want to let him know that we're all here to support him. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a heartfelt hug to Ryan, a.k.a. retrogamebrews, a.k.a. MP. Ryan, how are you doing, sir?
I knew exactly what he was getting at. Thank you, Blue. Blue, it took you a moment there. Yeah,
sorry. Monday was a long time ago. I guess I don't spend enough time thinking about your MP.
Right.
For those who are not familiar, MP, the M in MP is micro. So you can figure out the rest
from there.
I thought I had it. I thought this was going to be, a record I could have in the bag. But that goes to show on the internet, there's always someone better.
Better or worse in this case?
6 of one, a half dozen of the other.
Yeah. 6, 7.
Yeah, 6.
No. I'm going to have to cut that from the show.
What? You can't do that.
Yeah, I can.
And my second co-host has flipped the script and will no longer create an OnlyFans to generate additional revenue, as she's taking up a new job as the manager of several morgues in her town. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Blue Williams, aka Writer's View. Blue, how are you doing this evening? And tell us about this new job.
You know, it's always important, I think, to look for additional income streams, like hypothetically a dark website selling pirated body parts. This passive income, I feel like it can really help improve my life.
And here's the thing. The groundwork, the infrastructure is already there in place. You already have the network connections. You just slide right into the role, make that money.
Mm-hmm. Simon Asher says, embalming fans.
There you go.
Simon's familiar with the site.
And go, Hobo, go. Why do you have to be so mean to me?
Can you cut his singing too?
I would encourage him to be more mean.
That's good content.
Mm-hmm.
So tonight we are celebrating 4, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4 years of the Gamers Week podcast. Episode 1 launched on January 7th, 2022, and since then we have released 241 hours, 56 minutes, and 22 seconds of glorious podcasting gold. That's the equivalent of 10 days, 1 hour, and 56 minutes of nonstop listening. Somebody, please tell me somebody has done this, has set the Guinness World Record for listening to the Gamers Week podcast. Then you would be the Guinness World Record daddy.
Ooh,
that's a good point.
That's an opportunity right there.
Mm-hmm. I think that's probably held by several people. We're awesome, for one. And two, we've got a lot of folks who have been here from the beginning, and it's been a fantastic ride with everyone. Absolutely. What a great community we've had around the show. Our Discord community has been fantastic since day one, and it's been a wild ride, but 4 years, Jesus. That is the longest I've been a part of a show by
a large margin.
2.5.
The time just flies by. It doesn't feel like it's work. It doesn't feel like a burden or anything like that. And I'm still, to this day, I'm still excited to come up and record and hang out with you guys.
We always said from the very beginning we would still do this even if nobody listened, because we just had fun being together and chatting. But I will say that it makes it a hell of a lot more fun when you have so many great people who enjoy the show and interact with us here and online and give us comments. Even though it is a lot of work, it doesn't feel like work all the time, but it is a lot of work, a lot of late nights, but it makes it all worth it to see that people really do seem to enjoy it.
We love you.
Yeah.
Mwah.
Zach wants to know, who is your favorite ride, Ryan?
If you have to ask, it's not you.
Ouch, damn.
Want to start your own podcast? Maybe about tall, dark, and wet, the steamy new coffee house where extra cream is available upon request. You'll need a place to host your show. Please, triple calf, 2 pumps. Buzzsprout has a user-friendly interface, great analytics, and resources to help grow your audience. Use the link in the description to get a $20 credit when you sign up for a paid plan, and $20 is $20. All right, let's jump into our reviews, reactions, and requests. Dragoon Arc says, I've only really had issues with generative AI. Having the artist make the statement on Twitter gave me the feeling that Gen AI was bad when it was Tech Bros, but it's us now, so it's okay. Like, are you not doing the same thing using other artists' work?
If that's what's happening, then Dragoon Arc is absolutely correct. But reading that quote from that artist in the last episode, which I no longer have with me, I would have to look up and it would take forever. But reading the quote from the artist in the last episode, that I didn't get the impression that's what was happening. My impression was that they were essentially using it like a glorified search engine.
Right.
Like, hey, AI, go find us guys with mustaches, or go find us 18th century leather belts or whatever, and create a mood board with these things. I didn't get the impression they were using it as generative AI to steal other people's works, but I think that is part of the problem. Is nobody can really ever know what exactly are they using it for. Is it ethical or not?
Very good point. Zach Hugethank says, good catch, RGB. I absolutely would have called out Blue's pronunciation of integer. Unfortunately, you fumbled on consortium. And if you can't see, Ryan is giving Zach the old one finger salute.
Yeah, but you don't get to call Zach only when you want to. Zach judges impartially.
You know, I was protecting you from Zach. Thank you very much.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
You were throwing me under the bus.
Go back to that episode. Bring it in when you're going to edit. I said, you know, Zach's going to call you out, so I'm going to say something so that doesn't happen. And Zach, she meant to say integer.
No, she didn't.
He's got to correct you. You know that's going to be the first thing that comes in Spoiler Channel come Friday morning. I'm just saying.
Come at me, Zach.
That's what I said. I was protecting you.
I don't think so.
You
I don't think that's how it went
out by
down.
including this in the reviews, reactions, and requests. I feel betrayed. Just say.
Calls him like I see
That
some.
sounds like a you problem.
Viceroy Vime says, listening to this podcast has saved me hundreds on my car insurance.
I wouldn't mind a sponsorship from a car insurer.
Do we want to be sponsored by the General?
Hey, if it's good enough for Shaq, it's good enough for me.
I know. Can we do a commercial with Shaq? That would be hilarious.
I'd love to.
I think they would have to work really hard to get us all in the frame.
He'd only come up to his knees.
I know.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into our patron shout-outs.
We couldn't do what we do without the help of our gorgeous patrons. Here are the generous folks supporting Gamers Week on Patreon. Hybrid Divide, You Fall Before Me, The Let's Play Princess, LaShorty, The Pixel Pond Family, including Shannon and Luke, and the Skee Ball Daddy, Zach, aka Old Cluster Nuts, Puzzle Butter, Number One Blue, Sickboys Chan, John Barron, Sassy Sony, Evo Lust, Cyrum, Al Harrington's Wacky Waving Inflatable Arm Flailing Two-Man Emporium and Warehouse, Mega Retro Man, Gamatroid, Moradib, Michael, just tap it in. Just tap it in. Just give it a little tappy tap. Tap, tap, tappy-roo. Lookite. Emo-esque Bill Tucker. You know, the bleeps, the sweeps, and the creeps. Fruitcakes. I hate it when my Schwartz gets twisted. Pickled pepper. Ducks with thick thighs. Absolutely the best podcast. A work in progress. Bobson Dugnut. Blues Little Sis. Perler Daddy. Retro Blast Pat. B&T Zilla Guy. The Mad Milkman. Seven Castle Forest. Crunchy Kong. Claw Machine Daddy. Frank Grande. Love Retro BTW. Steven Sand. Ramboski. Terry Kinnear. Don't make me pull this car over. And don't catch Jeff's ligma. If you like what you hear today, and we really hope you do, please consider joining us on Patreon. Your support helps cover the cost of producing the show, as well as other cool stuff we'll be doing, like prizes and giveaways. You'll also gain access to our bi-weekly patron-only bonus cast called Gamers Week Uncut, Patrons with Benefits. Visit patreon.com/gamersweek or follow the link in the show notes to learn more.
Suck my white ass ball.
Psycho.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into the headlines.
All right, this headline segment is proudly sponsored by absolutely the best podcast, A Work in Progress. Each episode, George and Zach discuss and rank all the best things, and right now they're working through every movie in the Alien vs. Predator connected universe. This week, they've got a trivia question for us. What sword and sorcery franchise is being revived after nearly 40 years with a new live-action movie in 2026? Visit them at absolutelythebest.net or follow the link in the show notes. I did not know this one off the cuff, so everything I'm going to say is a guess. Donnie, do you know this one?
I do know this one, but let's answer a question in the chat. Puzzle Better says, there's a bunch of daddies in here, but no mommies.
That's a good point.
Should we start having mommies?
You two are free to be mommies.
No.
You know what? I'm okay being a mommy. I can do that.
Mama.
I think you'd be a good mommy.
Thank you.
Puzzle's like, no! It's like, I made it up. I shouldn't have said anything. I believe the answer to this question is Masters of the Universe. They have, I don't know if they've finished filming, but everything I'm hearing about this movie is like it's the talk of the town. It's going to be so much better than the original one that came out in the 80s, which I have a little bit of a nostalgic love for, even though it was an absolute shit movie. Dolph Lundgren as He-Man, it was a no-brainer at the time.
Come on.
Yeah.
This one's going to have Jared Leto as Skeletor, so it's also going to be shit.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to pan out. And I
He
think
already looks a little bit like Skeletor.
That's the worst casting in the world. What the hell are they thinking?
Ryan, do you have a guess?
I mean, I think Blue is I already told you because she's
Yeah, Zach posted in there that Donnie got it in the chat.
Oh, he did. Okay, I didn't see that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like my guesses are going to be like Ultima and like that. So yeah.
My guess was Dragon's Lair, and that was wrong. Zach told me the answer. I was like, that's not a video game. You can't, that's not a fair question. And he's like, I never said video game.
I think there was, though.
There were several.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not originally a video game. Like if they said video game, you wouldn't think of it.
Well,
That's fair.
you're right. It's originally a cartoon series, but they did make a video game out of it, I think, on the Atari 2600.
And they came out with a beat 'em up probably 6 years ago.
Yeah.
It was actually decent.
I had dabbled into they had a mobile game, I think about 10 years ago that I played. And it was okay. It was decent, but I don't do mobile.
Apparently you do.
No, I did. I don't.
It's like, I used to do drugs. I still do, but I used to too.
I used to do a lot of drugs, but that was back there. All right, so this week's headlines. Now that we have all finished welcoming in the new year with fanfare and no small amount of trepidation, it's the perfect time to take a look ahead at the biggest games currently scheduled to release in 2026. On January 26, Highguard drops, which is the new PvP raid game from a bunch of ex-Respawn devs who worked on Titanfall and Apex Legends. And while you can see similar DNA, it's clearly going in a very different direction. So if you've ever wanted to bear arms while riding a bear, go nuts. Highguard will be free to play on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X.
On February 5th, Dragon Quest VII Reimagine hits PS5, Xbox Series, both Switches, and PC. Originally released stateside for PS1 in 2001, and then 3DS 15 years after that, it's now getting a full modern overhaul. JRPGs aren't exactly known for being concise, but this one is pretty infamously beefy, so don't be surprised if you sink 100 hours into just the main quest.
Beefy.
February 12th sees Mario Tennis Fever on Switch 2, which may sound like a fun, casual sports game, but it's also a very serious medical condition that can be deadly if not treated immediately. If you develop symptoms of Mario Tennis Fever while playing this game, please consult a Dr. Mario. I did not write that. I just want everybody to know.
All right. On February 27th, Resident Evil Requiem, or the 9th mainline entry, if you're counting, hits Xbox Series, PS5, PC, and Switch 2. It features new protagonist, FBI analyst Grace Ashcroft, who investigates a post-nuclear Raccoon City with the help of federal agent Leon S. Kennedy. On March 5th, Pokemon Pokepia comes to the Switch 2, which sort of looks like Animal Crossing, except you play as Ditto, who is masquerading as a human being. Something that will never be totally unsettling.
Never not be totally unsettling.
Gotcha. Sorry.
Yeah, there you go. Strike it, reverse it. Hitting PC, Xbox Series, and PS5 on March 12th, John Carpenter's Toxic Commando is a post-apocalyptic co-op FPS that's been developed by the World War Z team with some input from the legendary horror filmmaker turned grouchy hardcore gamer. That's releasing on Xbox Series, PS5, and PC. On April 24th arrives Pragmata, which is a totally new sci-fi property from Capcom that pairs third-person shooting with real-time hacking minigames.
The folks who gave us Returnal are back on April 30th with Saros, a roguelike third-person bullet hell, which stars the wonderful Rahul Kohli and takes place in a sci-fi setting that's cribbing from Robert W. Chambers' proto-Lovecraftian classic, The King in Yellow. On May 27, we'll get high-speed chases and every other kind of action in 007 First Light, a new game from the team behind Hitman World of Assassination, which is already basically the best James Bond game to date, except that this one's actually about Ian Fleming's legendary spy. Anyway, that's coming to all the newer consoles and PC.
Ilphonic, the studio that gave us asymmetry multiplayer horror games based on Friday the 13th, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and Predator, are giving the granddaddy of all slashers the same treatment with John Carpenter's original Halloween. We'll also have a single-player mode this time around, and it's coming to Xbox Series, PS5, and PC on September 8th. And of course, the biggest game of 2026, the 2020s as a whole, and possibly all time, assuming it ever comes out, is Grand Theft Auto 6, which is hitting Xbox Series and PS5 on November 19th, a date which basically every other game in development is steering clear of. Wasn't it supposed to be like November of 2025, basically? That was supposed to come out? Yeah, okay. Okay.
We should have already been ensconced in Grand Theft Auto 6 debauchery, but we are not. Right. We are debauchless.
Ensconced.
I am not a Florida man yet, and I'm upset about it.
Retro AF says, I can't wait to pay $150 for base copy of GTA 6. So what jumps out to you guys looking at the lineup on paper for the coming year?
The one that I'm probably most excited about, just because I think the trailer that they did recently was the 007 First Light. I don't know why. It seems like it's a crazy game. There's a lot of like on-rail stuff that I typically wouldn't like, but it's getting to the point, I think, where you can finally have a 007 game and make it feel like you're 007. And the fact that this kind of goes back in time, you're not fully 007 yet. You're like a recruit. You're just starting out. I don't even think you're a 00 at that point. So there's a lot of potential there that I'm excited for. And the visuals, of course, are gorgeous. So we'll see. I'm sure I'm overestimating. I've done that a lot with games in the past like this. But yeah, that one sticks out for sure for me.
You will notice that it goes through and we've got January, February, March, April, May, and then it skips right to September.
Right.
Like people are outside. It's summertime. They're doing this.
Yeah. Thing. September. And then the last one, of course, being November 19 for GTA 6. And then apparently nothing all holiday season because everything got scared away. I mean, obviously there will be lots of releases, and like TKen85 points out in the chat, it feels like a light year, but 2025 felt like a light year and absolutely ripped. So who really knows what will happen? But I kind of agree. I'm excited for Resident Evil Requiem, but that's about it.
The other one for me is, of course, Dragon Quest, but it's just a reimagined game. So it's not like it's something to, I think, super get excited for. It's a game I've already played. I'll play it again. I'll tell you that.
I mean, I'm with Ryan on the 007 game. It looked amazing. Grand Theft Auto 6, of course, everybody and their grandmother who's 96 years old and only has a few short time left. She's excited to play this game. She's holding on, fighting to play it. The other one, which I'm curious about, is the Halloween game. Michael Myers is one of my all-time favorite slashers, along with Jason. And I think the Friday the 13th game that they came out with was very nicely done, but it suffered some legal issues and they had to shut it down. Right. I heard that they were bringing it back in some way or shape or form, but I don't know if the Killer Clowns from Outer Space really did as well as they thought they were going to. But I think Halloween is the one franchise that could trump that and bring that out and do smashingly, as along with Nightmare on Elm Street. I think those two are the top big franchises. They tried it with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and you really don't hear anything about that game. You really don't hear anything about Killer Clowns from Outer Space. But Halloween, I think, is going to be a home run.
I agree in the sense that just from a popularity standpoint, I mean, I think Killer Clowns is a novelty. I don't know if everybody has seen that. And if you see it, it's like watching The Room. It's so bad, it's good kind of thing.
Oh, hi, Mike.
Right. And it's not like they made a bunch of sequels to it either. So there isn't like a huge fan base for that, I would say, as much as like Halloween or, to your point, Nightmare on Elm Street. So yeah, fingers crossed that this one not only is good, but brings the audience with it for sure.
I don't really see this being the one, though, just because all of these, when they are doing a game from a single franchise, they're all one note. There's only so much content you can do. I mean, there's not enough in the Halloween universe to keep people coming back every day for years. Even if this one has a single player mode, which might be its greatest strength, I don't see it. I think it's going to go the same way as all the others have gone.
Single player mode where you get to play as Mike Myers and just murder.
Yeah. Well, there's that also happens in multiplayer mode in Friday the 13th, you have all the different camp counselors, and then you get the person that gets to play Jason. So there will be somebody that still gets to play Michael Myers in a multiplayer round. But Blue, she doesn't have a point. If you look at some of these games, it's like there's only so much that you can pump into it. Now, Dead by Daylight, which has been going on for years, continuously updating, adding new mechanics, adding new characters, new levels and stuff. And there are, 10, 11 movies that they could pull content from for the Halloween thing. So they do have a significant amount, but there's only so much Haddonfield, unless it's a huge, like a very, very expansive whole town of Haddonfield, that somehow they incorporate this and make it fun.
Maybe they can do a Michael Myers Goes to Space.
They better not.
Instead of fixing generators, you'll be fixing your spaceship so that you can go to space.
Don't put that out there.
I think it's a great idea.
Halloween on the space station. Michael Myers goes to therapy.
It's like, you know what? I'm done with this. Can I just exercise all these demons, please? What? Who are you? Oh, in case I didn't mention it before, yes, Resident Evil 9. I'm looking forward to that game.
Squeak.
So it's not like 2026 is starting off bad. There's a significant amount, in my opinion. I mean, Blue said she's only excited for one game, but I've got 4 on this list.
But the last 2 years, they've been games that we didn't even know were coming. Just kind of dropped like an atom bomb and blew up the whole year. So
Baldur's Gate 3,
Claire Obscura. Claire Obscura. So that's what I'm looking forward to. What's going to take us completely by surprise?
And hopefully it happens between May and September.
Ideally.
You think there's a game secretly in development that they're just going to drop and it's going to be like the wow factor for everybody?
I hope.
Or it was something that was announced 3 years ago and we forgot completely about.
Yeah, it's true.
Mad Milkman says 2025 gave us Silk Song. Hard to beat that. The Shorty Games says, I'm looking forward to the Pokemon game you mentioned for the Switch 2. What did you call it, Ryan?
Pokemon?
No.
Pokepia or something?
Pokepia.
Let me double check on that.
Pokopia.
Sure.
I'm going to poke your pia.
I mean, phonetically spelled out. Pokopia. Right there. Look at that.
Zach, can we get a tiebreaker on this? Pokopia.
It's a made-up word, all right? See, Zach says, I don't even know that one.
Next up, Sony has patented a ghost assistance system for when you just can't be bothered to get good. In the newly surfaced patent filed September 2024, Sony worries that video games have become very complicated, so players who are not experts often quit playing, thus not giving us their money. Thus, this AI ghost is meant to help solve modern gaming frustrations and challenges, Sony suggests. Players are able to do research for the game or even look up prior gameplays on internet sites, but that process is time-consuming and many times not very relevant to tasks and or scenarios currently being encountered by the player. The patent continues. When prompted by the player, though, a bespoke interface, button press, gesture, or verbal inputs via audio devices, the AI would share via interactive conversation or directly demonstrate how to beat sections of the game. Importantly, the ghost assistants can be switched on and off at the direction of the player. This addresses a common complaint with some current and proposed AI features. They can get obnoxious and may be difficult or impossible to fully disable even if unwanted. And this is far from the first time that games have offered this kind of assistance. Sony's already dabbled in spiritually similar pointers with PlayStation Game Help, Microsoft has Gaming Copilot, and let's not forget Nintendo Super Guide. Some of these functions more as search engines or tip libraries, while others deliver a more hands-on guide. You could fairly argue that plenty of NPC companions serve a similar role.
It's like Clippy. Sounds like you're trying to win a game. Need some help?
It looks like you're using a save state in a game competition. I don't think that's very good. And the Mad Milkman says, who the F is so lazy that they won't pull up their phone and look up a YouTube video?
Actually, Tekken85 says, I'm currently running an experiment where I use ChatGPT to help me play Divinity Origin Sin 2, and I definitely already need to respec after it straight lied about some stuff.
Awesome.
Now, I am guilty of pulling up my phone and looking up YouTube videos whenever I was playing, what's the
Yeah, I love that game.
Demon,
Elden Ring?
Sex Airlines.
Elden Ring. Sorry. Yeah. Forgot. Like, old man. There were several times for bosses, I pulled up my phone trying to figure out a boss fight. I'm very guilty of that. When things aren't going well, I've turned to game FAQs and gotten walkthroughs and stuff like that. So whatever's going to help me, I just don't want the game to do the thing for me. There is an overwhelming sense of accomplishment when I'm able to beat this boss by myself, by my inputs.
What I find interesting is that on Twitch, if I remember right, one of the categories that you can put down for like what's going on in your stream is no backseat gaming.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They basically invented the backseat gamer for you that you can't turn off. That blows.
No, it says you can turn it off.
Yeah,
okay, I thought it said it was hard to turn off.
No, that's a common complaint that current and proposed AI features can be difficult to turn off.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
This one, at least according to the patent, is. Webhead says, Sony Clippy on GTA 6. Sounds like you're looking for a good place to pick up hose.
Can I get one of those in real life?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of opinions going on about this. A lot of places are reporting it as the ghost is going to play the game for you, which does not actually seem to be included anywhere in the actual patent. It seems to be a combination of it will give you hints if you're stuck, or if you ask it to, like, it can demonstrate with the ghost how to do a section, and then you can follow along and do it. But it's not actually going to play for you, which honestly disappointed me a little bit because, of course, gamers of our generation, we can sit here and rage about AI and why if you're going to have it do that, why even have it? But I'm just thinking about like Mr. Blue is replaying Final Fantasy X. And I'm thinking, if you could have the damn ghost play Blitzball for you, and then you could get Waka's legendary weapon, I'm all for it. If you could have the ghost dodge the lightning 200 times for you, I'm all for it. But it doesn't sound like it would go quite that far.
You're making some valid points.
I know, right?
I would say it would make a platinum completely worthless. That would be not a brag at all. Right?
But if you think about your favorite games, and if you go to replay your favorite game and you're like, yeah, this is a great idea, until you get to that part, this would take care of that, because then you don't have to do that part over again.
I can see the ultimate troll happening from the developers. So some guy sets up a hardcore mode where you die once, you're dead. And he's got this one part that he's not looking forward to. Or say it's like he's playing Egging On and he gets this one spot. He's like, oh my God, if I had to pause the game because if I move, like I know I'm going to mess this up. AI, take over for me. And the AI goes live and it's like, yeah, and just throws himself off the cliff. And you're like, no, 10 hours just gone, or 100 hours gone, or whatever.
I mean, that's true. Like if T-Ken says if ChatGPT is just straight up lying to him about his divinity build, I mean, this ghost could just give you just the wrong instructions.
The other part, too, is like the entire Let's Play community on YouTube would essentially go away if you don't have to look up stuff. So game FAQs and Let's Plays, those thrive because people have figured out how to play portions of the game well enough to be able to put it on there and say, here, look, this is what you do. Mm-hmm. I don't know if Let's Plays are as popular as they used to be. I know that. Because there are a billion of those out there for every game. But still, that's someone's content that you're essentially... They took our jobs with AI.
But that's AI on every facet, you know, the writers, the musicians, the artists. What makes the YouTubers exempt from the AI apocalypse?
I was quiet when they came for the AI artists, and then they came for the Let's Players.
Do you think the AI will be able to discover secrets in video games like other gamers have, other real human gamers have? They've found secrets 30 years that have been hidden.
I mean, TAS exists, right? Tool-assisted speedruns and that kind of thing. So, good question. When we think about AI too, though, right, a lot of what we consider AI is it using logic and information that it can find somewhere else. It's not truly thinking for itself, or at least the ones that we have access to aren't thinking for themselves. You know, large corporations are probably pumping billions of dollars into the real deal.
So
I don't know is, I guess, a better way to put that.
I mean, by that logic, is this really going to be an AI or is this going to be a bot that's programmed to play specific Sony games?
I'm thinking it's more like a bot. I think we call everything AI. Anything that like you can just go, that's AI. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're not wrong. And kind of like it says, a lot of that stuff exists anyway right now.
Hey, Siram says, AI would find no reason to hold on to those 99 elixirs you were saving.
You know, okay, so there are
need those.
Certain games back in the day that had like an auto battle feature, right? So it would play the battle for you every once in a while, and it would use your elixir, and you're like, no! I felt like it was part of the movie Jurassic Park, where he pops the champagne, and you're going, we were saving that.
Hits you for, you have 500 health, he hits you for 5 damage, you're like, better pop an elixir.
Right?
All right, last up, an obscure Star Wars video game just became extremely valuable for a wild reason. It can be used to jailbreak your PlayStation 5. Star Wars has had a presence in the gaming world from very early on in the franchise's existence. But with all due respect, the 2002 game Star Wars Racer Revenge isn't exactly one of the most cherished titles in the history of this franchise. All the same, it's now incredibly valuable, albeit for a truly unexpected reason. Copies of Racer Revenge are currently selling for hundreds of dollars on eBay. As of this writing, the cheapest copies are going for around $225, with many of them listed for north of $300. Recently, hackers discovered that physical disc copies of Racer Revenge hold the key to jailbreaking the PlayStation 5, something people have been trying to do since the console first hit the market in 2020. The game's PS4 edition, identified by code CUSA-03474, contains an unpatched vulnerability dating back to its original 2002 PlayStation 2 release. This flaw allows code injection via the game's Hall of Fame menu, a decades-old oversight that went unnoticed in Sony's modern patching process. Only the PlayStation 4 physical edition is exploitable. Produced in 2019 by Limited Run Games, as a collector's reissue, just 8,500 units were made, according to the company's official sales records. That scarcity has sparked intense speculation among modders and collectors. Some analysts expect prices to ease once the jailbreak is finalized and early adopters sell their copies, while others believe the novelty and collector value of the limited run release could keep prices elevated even after the initial hype subsides. For now, the combination of an unpatched legacy vulnerability, a niche collectible disc, and a major PlayStation exploit in development has produced one of the most unusual market spikes in recent console history.
It's rare, I think, to have a market spike because there's a utility for a game. Usually market spikes are like, all right, well, it's the AVGN effect, right? So everybody needs to buy that game in order to play it. But to be able to say, hey, guess what? You can essentially void the warranty on your PlayStation 5. Go for it. I think that's a unique situation. I don't know if I've ever heard of that being done with a different game.
I want to know how you figured this out.
Nerds.
Oh my God, nerds.
I know, obviously nerds, but like, were you playing this or just combing the code of some rando shitty Star Wars game and you're like, wait a second, there's potential here?
Yes, nerds. Nerds are beautiful people.
Yes, they are. But still, it just boggles my mind that you could find something like this.
It's there are people who want to know how things work. So I can imagine somebody out there popping in a disc, going like there multiple programs on a PC that are able to read the data on the disc and go through it and sift through it, and they're like, okay, wait, that moment of discovery, you're like, wait a second, this line of code, that should, let me try this. Bring jailbroken PS5, and you're like,
The really smart nerd would have done that, figured it out, then went on eBay and bought every available copy of this game.
You're not wrong. That's what he should have done. He should have kept it quiet, but he marked it to where it was owned, so he got notoriety for it, put it out there, and said, hey, love me, go do as you will. And now those prices jump. So you're right. He could have cornered the market on that and then made a load of money.
Bank. These are all coming from the same eBay account.
How annoying, though, if you're Sony, because you've been so careful. Like it says, nobody's managed to jailbreak the PS5 in 5 years since it's been out. But because you didn't check that one line of code in that game, that one rando game that didn't sell well.
From the PlayStation 2.
From 2001. I mean.
And here's the weird thing is that the PlayStation 3 initially on launch was you had the option to run Linux on it.
Right, your own OS.
And I don't really understand I don't understand the technical reasons behind why Sony shut that down. I don't know if they were afraid of people creating killer robots from their PS3s by uploading all this different stuff to it. I have no idea. But this falls in line, like not wanting to have your PS5 jailbroken so you can do all of this nefarious stuff and not give Sony the money that they most desperately need.
Right. So desperately.
Mm-hmm.
You could have blackmailed Sony, too.
That never works. How? No.
I'm just saying.
I think hitmen are going to visit you in the middle of the night.
Yeah. In this administration, if you mess with billionaires, yeah, you're getting taken out.
That's fair, but it's a Japanese billionaire.
So I think you're even more likely to be visited by
the
hitmen.
Yakuza show up to your house. Give us your PlayStation 2 copy of this Star Wars game.
But also, now that this is out in the open, couldn't Sony release an update for PS5s?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, fixes
Absolutely.
this. So.
Well, I say that in confidence, but not assuredness. I don't know if that is something they can absolutely patch, but
You're not nerdy enough?
No, I am nerdy with other things.
Like volcanoes and stuff like that. And atomic weights and measures.
Don't call me out, mother.
Agent Nil says, I think they said they can't patch it out. So they're admitting defeat. So then it's like Loudmouth posted earlier. How do you patch that out, though? And if you don't, what's to stop copycats?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, somebody could create an ISO file of the limited run game release, and there you go. They have the disc. And Webhead, I just checked. I do have a copy of the PS2 game, but that's not going to be the one that jailbreaks the PS5. It's the specific limited run games.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, probably only because the PS2 one wouldn't even play on the PS5.
Is that right?
I don't know.
PS4 one will.
Is it backwards compatibility?
How far back does the rabbit hole go?
Retro AF says they're not worried because no one can afford to buy a new PS5 anyway.
Or limited run games.
So Limited Run is going to do a new run of this. And in 3 years, if you order one now, in 3 years, you'll be able to jailbreak your PS5. Just think of it.
I was such a big fan of limited run games until that debacle with the D release for the 3DO.
Yeah.
And then they had to rectify that by setting it. I was like, oh, yeah, we rectify. We sent out CDRs. So now basically the sealed copy of D that I have for the limited run games release is basically because it won't play on the 3DO.
Well, we didn't think people were actually going to play them.
Well,
yeah, but you don't say that out loud.
I have several copies of the D. Okay. The PlayStation for this, I think the Saturn.
He cherishes the
and
D.
I do.
And now this limited run though it's D's got shit all over it.
That can happen.
You said it was shit.
Yeah.
You said it was shit. So that's where I went.
Please keep the D pick to yourself.
All right, let's move past the D talk and jump into our top 3 new releases.
Oh my God, we should start a podcast called The D-Talk.
But anything and everything D.
What would we talk about on the D
It
talk?
would just be the uncut.
All right, first up, Pathologic 3 out on PC. In this psychological horror game, you are a doctor with only 12 days to save a town from a mysterious plague, make ruthless decisions, and diagnose with precision. Shape the town's future and rewrite the past. Hold yourself together while it all falls apart. Next up is Dune Crawl out on PC. Dune Crawl is an open-world action-adventure game where you take to the sandy seas atop a gigantic crustacean festooned with black powder cannons. Play as a solo crab keeper or with a crew of up to 3 other friends in local and online co-op. Suika Game Planet out on Switch and Switch 2. Turn, target, and aim for the watermelon. Drop the fruits freely from any direction as Poppy flies 360 degrees around the planet. Make fruits of the same type collide to make them evolve and aim to create watermelons for a high score. Evolve enough fruits to enter the new Super Evolution Time mode. Special background music, dramatic effects, and a bonus score bring the excitement to a peak. So out of these 3, what are you in for, Ryan?
I was Suika out. Tweaked out. 4 years ago. Cool. They're coming out with a planet version of this. Yay. That's a big pass on mine.
Harsh.
Sorry. Yeah, I stopped playing that game and I haven't looked back. I haven't thought to myself in a single moment since I stopped playing, like, man, I could really go for some Suika. Yep, I'm done. Tricks into Dune Crawl, based off of the description, sounded cool. Based off of the visuals, the way it's set up, like 3/4 down view, really cartoony looking. Not my jam, I got to be honest. I did like the idea, though, that you can do it online co-op. So there was some interest for that, but I got to like the core gameplay. And from what I saw, it does not spark joy. Pathologic 3, I like horror games that have a time limit on them, like Five Nights at Freddy's, right? Where it puts an additional sense of urgency on something. So you can play Silent Hill until you're blue in the face, but having, like, you've only got 12 days to figure this out, actually I think creates an additional feeling of anxiety towards the game. So I feel like you become more immersed in the problem moving forward. So with that alone, I like that. Seen bits and pieces of the game, and I don't know if it's necessarily something I would buy like day one, but I'm interested. I'm pathologic curious, if you will.
Oh,
yeah.
Tell me more.
As he unplugs his headphones. So
Ooh, what's the back of your shirt say?
World record holder. Look at this guy. Oh. He was waiting to pull that flex out.
I'm tooting my own horn here.
Yeah, well done. Oh, it's the Twin Galaxies one. I didn't even realize that. Mm-hmm. Nice. I would be like, hey, I want one of those, but you got to earn it, man. Mm-hmm. You got to earn it.
And I did.
I forgot what I was saying. So the answer is none. None of the
none
above.
Of these. None.
All right. What about you, Donnie?
So Suika Game Planet. Yeah, I didn't get in on the Suika hype originally, so I'm out on that one. Although I think I looked at it and it's only, what, $3.75? Mm-hmm. The DLC. That's not bad. It's not terrible. Dune Crawl. Visually, it looks great. I love the art style of the game. I don't know if it would technically be a game that I would play. I think if you changed the characters, maybe if it was an existing IP or something, I could get down with it. I'm not ruling it out, but it's not going to be my choice. I saw the trailer for Pathologic 3, and I like the time travel, the choose your own adventure thing, but it does have a lot of stuff going on. It's got first person shooter. It's got dialogue that you have with people. Almost, I would say, like a Telltale game. Does it have puzzles? I think it does. So yeah. So it immediately I got the BioShock vibe from it. So because I'm getting that, I'm interested. It's psychological horror. Horror games are my jam. I think I'm going to try out Pathologic 3.
Nice.
Blue, what are you picking this week?
Well, I'll go to bat for Suika Game Planet. I will agree that the original Suika game, it's tough to play for a long time. But if I recall correctly, the original one was only like $2. So
yeah, like $2.99.
Yeah,
right,
yeah, something like that. So you don't need to play it very long to justify the purchase price. And we still, in our house, every once in a while go back and, trash talk each other and see who can get a high score.
Nerds.
I don't think you have any room to talk, Mr.
Takes one to know one.
Earthquake feed.
Oh, look. An earthquake hit Timbuktu this morning.
Yep.
It's a big one. It's interesting.
Dude, it's 2:00 in the morning. Go to sleep.
I'm a earthquake size queen.
And I think it will address a limiting factor that I often had in my Suika gameplay, whereas I want to get to that fruit, it's at the bottom. So this one, if you're rotating 360 degrees, the fruit that is at the bottom, you rotate the planet, now it's at the top and you can get to it. So I think it will add an interesting new dimension, and at $3.75, you can't beat the price. So I like it.
If you rotate a planet, the gravity doesn't change.
Yeah.
All gravity points inward to the most dense area. So if you just rotate a planet, it's like why people from Australia don't fall off the bottom of Earth.
Yeah. I'm not
So you're seeing my
stupid.
point?
I don't see your point.
Well,
I'm not stupid.
I don't know why you think I'm thinking this.
what you're saying is you rotate the planet and now it's at the top, right? So like that's where gravity's going. Right? I don't. Okay, you know what?
Nerd.
I'm gonna avoid going into a very big rabbit hole. Enjoy, Suika.
Thank you. Still don't know what you're talking about, but yeah. Did you even watch gameplay of it?
No.
See, that's why you're looking at me like I'm an idiot.
But I'm the idiot.
Yeah.
I'm used to that. Okay.
Okay. Dune Crawl. Looks like it probably could be fun. It's bright and colorful and there's a lot of action, but I don't want to play co-op. So moving on past that one. Pathologic, like you guys thought, I think it looks pretty interesting. And apparently the series is good enough to have 3 entries, even though I've never heard of it prior to yesterday.
Okay. Yeah. Just blew my mind that there were 3 other. I didn't even put that together. Wow. 2026 is starting off right, man.
I just don't know. It seems like you said, there's a lot going on. It seems almost like there's too much going on. Mm-hmm. At least based in the trailer, maybe they were trying to show too much, but it seems like it's a little bit all over the place. So I don't know. I am happy to watch you guys play it. Perhaps stream it on a Monday night stream. Might be fun. But for me, I'm going to buy Suika Game Planet.
Nice.
It's the most budget-friendly game out there right now.
It is. It is great for a night of drinks when you don't really have to think. Just drop the fruits.
Mm-hmm. and Simon, sometimes you're correct. The most budget-friendly game is Backlog, unless you add games into that backlog. And you guys are all talking about what you got for Christmas. I got 2 games for Christmas at my local comic book shop. They were having like a 30% off sale. I got 1 amazing game and 1 kind of like crappy game. The amazing game is Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Make your own video for the Sega CD.
Nice.
And the crappy game, the game is Popful Mail.
Oh,
whoa!
For the Sega
wow,
CD.
dude.
Yeah.
You got that 30% off too?
That's the only reason why I bought it. I went in there So they were at like their graded comics that were like 40% off. Their other back issues, they were like buy one, get one free. And it was just crowded, assholes to elbows. Everybody was thumbing through the comic books. So I was like, that all the stuff that I would want is probably already taken. Let me go to the video game room, and I see Popful Mail sitting there, and I'm like, 30% off. It's got the registration card with the instructions. It's like, man, that's a damn good deal. Like you're talking like $160 off of this damn thing.
I hate
like,
St. Louis.
Yeah.
And that you live there.
No, you would not hate it if you lived
I know.
here.
I hate that you live there. I don't hate St. Louis. Let me rephrase. I hate that you live in St. Louis and you get all these crazy good deals off of Facebook and comic book shops. Like, it's a mecca of all cool shit when it comes to retro video games. It's like an untapped market, right? Everywhere else, everything is bone dry, and you're hitting Texas tea like you're fucking the Clampets.
The Clampets?
Yeah.
You could join in it with me if you just moved up here.
So when we have our podcasting commune, we're going to put it in St. Louis.
Yes.
Yes. That's
Okay.
yeah. And I won't make you root for the Chiefs. You can still root for the Bills.
Make me root for the Chiefs.
You say good job to Patrick Mahomes.
All right, before we move on, let's take a quick break to talk about our sponsor. This segment is proudly sponsored by the Retro Game Club podcast, and a fantastic family-friendly retro gaming podcast. In each episode, Rob and a guest pick 2 games to play and discuss, as well as news, interviews, and other topics. This week, they're playing through Spellcaster and Bubsy in Claw's Encounter of the Third Kind. Visit them at retrogameclub.net or follow the link in the show notes. Bubsy, the king of puns.
I don't think that.
You don't like Claw's Encounter of the Third Kind?
I don't think that's enough to make you king of puns. No. That's like every 90s cartoon made puns like that.
Fair enough.
I'm not familiar with Spellcaster. I wonder what console it's on.
Retro AF said, Bubsy, greatest game ever.
Zach says Spellcaster's on the Master System.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, there we go. Master System. All right. Might have to give it a whirl. I'll give it a whirl.
Not Bubsy? You're not going to whirl with Bubsy?
You know, I've never played a single Bubsy game. Ever.
Why ever not?
I don't know, because it looked like, okay, so we had Mario, we had Sonic. It just seemed like another run-of-the-mill mascot that they were trying to pump out. Like I loved Earthworm Jim. Then Boogerman came out, and I was like, Boogerman? Okay. And then Bubsy comes out. It's like it's so lump it in with Rocket Knight Adventures and all of the other little cute mascots that they were trying to shove down our throats. I just didn't have time for it.
Donnie hates having things shoved down his throat.
Yes, very much so.
That was a great visual.
It doesn't allow me to say the safe word.
Got to learn sign language.
Oh my God.
You're just visualizing that like over and over again.
You misspelled it. Sorry. Gonna blink in Morse codes because your hands are tied behind you.
Is that a dash or a beat? Oh, we have way too much fun on this show. All right. All right, thank you for coming, students. Please take your seat and welcome back to Professor Rybread's Gaming History 101. And in today's episode, we're going to talk about one individual who's had a large influence on the video game industry for many, many decades that is kind of an unsung hero that many people may not know about. So today's topic is going to be a person who unfortunately recently passed away, and we're going to be celebrating him today, Mr. David M. Rosen. There we go. Donnie puts on the hat, the Sega hat, in Well, I guess it would say there you go. Yep. All right, so when people talk about the giants who built the video game industry, names like Miyamoto and Yamauchi and Bushnell often come up. But quietly standing behind one of gaming's most important empires is a man whose fingerprints are on almost everything Sega ever became. David M. Rosen. Now, Rosen was not merely a corporate executive, he was a cultural bridge between East and West, and a pioneer of the arcade business and one of the key architects of gaming's transformation from mechanical novelty to global entertainment industry. Without him, Sega would not exist, and modern games would look very different. So, David M. Rosen was born in Brooklyn, New York in 1930 after joining the U.S. Air Force. In 1948, he was stationed in Japan during the Korean War. When his service ended in the early 1950s, Rosen made a life-changing decision. Instead of returning home, he stayed. Post-war Japan was rebuilding, culturally, economically, and socially, and Rosen immediately recognized something important. The country had very little leisure entertainment. There were bars, cinemas, and pachinko, but very few interactive amusements. Rosen sensed an opportunity. He founded Rosen Enterprises, initially importing photo equipment and operating ID photo booths, but in the late 1950s, his focus shifted dramatically when he discovered American coin-operated amusement machines, mechanical shooting games, pinball tables, novelty machines, and early arcade attractions. And he began importing these machines to Japan. This move was radical. Coin-op entertainment was not yet culturally entrenched in Japan, and import tariffs were steep. But Rosen did not just sell machines, he installed them in public places, department stores, theaters, hotels, and shopping areas. In doing so, he quietly created the first real arcade culture in Japan. Before Sega, before Nintendo, before Taito, there was Rosen. So in 1965, Rosen merged his company with Nihon Goraku Basun, a distributor operating under the name Service Games. The merger produced a new company, Sega Enterprises Limited. Now, Sega literally came from Service Games. And actually, I've covered the other side of it, so where that company originally came from in Hawaii during the war, and that they had to kind of move to Japan or sell their assets to Japan because gambling machines were no longer allowed in Hawaii because gambling was outlawed. So this is where Rosen kind of came into play, right? After it had been sold off to a Japanese company, he came in and merged his company, the Rosen Enterprises, with Service Games, essentially, and it became Sega Enterprises Limited. So Rosen became a chairman and CEO, and this is where his true impact on gaming began. Instead of merely importing machines, Rosen pushed Sega into manufacturing original games. This was revolutionary, or a revolutionary shift. Sega was no longer just a distributor, it became a creative force. So in 1966, Sega released Periscope, an electrical mechanical submarine combat game. Lets players peer into a periscope, aim torpedoes, and hear bombing sound effects. It changed everything. It introduced immersive physical cabinets. It normalized 25 cents per play, establishing the standard arcade pricing model. And it proved that premium, mechanical, complex arcade machines could command global demand. Periscope was exported worldwide and became Sega's first international hit. It effectively invented the premium arcade attraction, a design philosophy that would influence everything from racing cabinets to light gun shooters. From this point on, Sega was not following trends, it was creating them. Sega, as an innovation lab under Rosen's leadership, became a playground for new ideas. Games like 1979's Head On helped define part of the maze chase gameplay mechanics. 005 in 1981 pioneered stealth mechanics and enemy vision cones. Not exactly excited for that one, David. Could have left the stealth mechanics at home. Appreciate that. Zaxxon in 1981 introduced isometric 3D style visuals, and Sub-Rock 3D in 1982 experimented with stereoscopic 3D years before VR became fashionable. They weren't just the games, though. They were prototypes for the future of game design. Sega's arcades became research labs for emerging mechanics, visual cabinet design, and control systems. The arcade industry's DNA was being written by Sega because Rosen had insisted on innovation instead of imitation. So in 1969, Sega was acquired by Gulf Western, but Rosen stayed in control. Later in the 1980s, he helped lead the buyback and return Sega to Japanese ownership, preserving the company's independence. Then came one of the most important moves. Rosa founded Sega of America in 1986. This gave Sega a permanent foothold in the US, a move that made the console wars possible. Without Sega of America, there's no Genesis. Without the Genesis, there's no Sonic. Without Sonic, Nintendo never faced real competition. And without competition, the modern console industry simply does not evolve the way it did. Sega's aggressiveness, rebellious, youth-targeted marketing, Genesis does what Nintendo don't, Donnie, looking at you, was born from this American presence Rosen created. He helped turn video games from children's toys into teen and adult entertainment media. Cultural shift still defines gaming today. So if we look at it, like, where does Rosen's effect on the gaming industry come from? Here are some examples of things that you could trace back to at least Rosen having some influence. I'm not going to claim that this guy invented all of these things, but he certainly had some say, or at least a seat at the table. So for things like arcade perfect home conversions, high performance action focused console designs, early online and digital delivery concepts like the Sega Channel, physical immersion as a design priority, and experimental hardware controls and cabinet experiences. So, entire genres like racing sim shooters, stealth games, and 3D action games evolved inside the Sega ecosystem that Rosen helped create. So again, not something that he individually did, but because he created or helped create Sega to what it is today. Certainly without him, many of these things may not have existed. So even Sega's later franchises like Sonic, Yakuza, Persona, Virtua Fighter, Crazy Taxi, they exist because Rosen built the infrastructure that allowed Sega to survive and expand and experiment. I don't think Rosen is like a household name when it comes to the gaming industry, or at least gaming fans. When it went on Twitter and people were like, David M. Rosen passed away recently. The age, was in his 90s. I think a lot of people had to run to Google and go, who's this guy? Mm-hmm. Unfortunate, but it sounds like maybe guy's getting his due. It just kind of stinks that it took him to unfortunately pass away, and the news of his passing away, I think, piqued some additional interest. So, but again, if we want to cover some of the highlights for him, he helped build arcade culture within Japan itself. He helped create Sega for what we know of it as today. He established kind of that global gaming infrastructure, at least was a part of that, shaped arcade pricing, cabinet design, immersion standards, and helped turn home gaming into a mass market entertainment industry. So, like we said, he passed away on Christmas of 2025 at the age of 95. Really think about it, we are living in a world and we're a part of this because of something that he had an influence on. So without you, Mr. Rosen, we'd be lost.
I feel like he's up there with Miyamoto.
Oh, yeah. I would say, like if you had to do the Rushmore, right? It's Miyamoto, Bushnell.
This is about to be controversial.
Rosen, and whoever you think should be the fourth person.
Good save.
Yes, thank you. Well, thank you for attending another lesson for Gaming History 101. If you do have an idea or a story you'd like to hear on the show, email us at gamersweekpodcast@gmail.com, and we might feature your suggestion.
Thank you, Professor. And now that class is over, let's go ahead and wrap up this episode. Thank you for listening to episode 194 of Gamers Week Podcast, and a big thank you to the Retro Game Club Podcast, Love Retro BTW, Pixel Pond Production Company, and absolutely the best podcast at Work in Progress for sponsoring this episode. Don't forget to check out their links in the show notes. If you want to connect with Gamers Week, follow us on Twitter and Blue Sky at Gamers Week PC. Watch us right here on Twitch at twitch.tv/Gamers Week Podcast, where we will record live every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. Email us at gamersweekpodcast@gmail.com. Visit our merch store at gamers-week-podcast.creator-spring.com. Or if you want to do it the easy way, follow the link in the show notes. And last but not least, join us on Patreon at patreon.com/Gamersweek. Finally, since you made it all the way to the end of this episode, please leave us a rating and a review to let us know how we did. We really do value your feedback. While you're there, consider subscribing on iTunes, Spotify, and your podcast platform of choice. And that is 4 years. 4-year anniversary.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Faux shizzle.
What is the traditional gift for the 4th anniversary?
Pop film mail. So, Donnie, I expect that in the mail to me.
I have to give you both 2 copies of Pop Full Mail?
Yes, please.
So what do I get?
The satisfaction of giving. Everybody knows it's better to give than to receive.
You already got your copy, so you're good.
But that does not work. The math does not work out there.
The math doesn't math.
Yeah. I think it's something made out of tweed. So it's a homemade tweed, like stick man that I'll be sending to you guys.
Tweed underpants.
A burlap sack.
I think the answer is just sex. Like, like what do you give somebody other? Lots of sex because you're only 4 years married.
Yeah.
Traditionally, the 4th wedding anniversary is associated with fruits and flowers.
Everybody gets a copy of Suica.
Go.
Suica game for everyone.
Thank you, everybody. We do appreciate that. And with that, we will say goodnight. Peace. We'll see you next week. Kisses. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you guys. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Also want to give a shout out to Loudmoth in the chat. If you haven't seen this posted in our Discord or on the socials, Loudmoth made us this killer perler art.
That's
cool. Amazing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you once again, Tim. I know we've said it like 16 times, but thank you. It's so cool.
He does amazing perler's work. His Toe Jam and Earl, I'm negotiating trying to get one from him for that because that stuff is awesome. That's really good work.
He quoted me as saying if he charged $20 an hour for his work, that Toe Jam and Earl would be like $200.
Wow.
I was like,
Impressive.
so wait, am I sitting on like $600 worth of perler art? I feel like I need to add it to my homeowner's insurance.
He says one lap dance. From who? That's the question. Which one of us is giving one lap dance?
Can you do a triple lap dance? I mean,
of course you
when
can.
there's a will, there's a way. Yeah, I suppose.
Of course you can.
I call middle. I don't want the feet.
Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice. Love it.
Lap dance from Donnie, of course. He has to wear his tassels, though.
Golden eye with the big brain time.
Nobody even remembers the tassels. Why are we even bringing that up?
The tassels are still my desktop background.
I'm sorry?
I told you back on Nip Nip Day that I was going to take screenshots and make it my desktop background.
You have me wearing the tassels as your desktop background.
Yes. Would you like a photo?
Oh, God. No.
If it makes you feel any better, you're my largest deposit at the Spank Bank.
Well,
See, Puzzle Better says we all remember, Donnie.
Welcome to Gamers Week Uncut.
Welcome to Gamers Week Uncut.
Welcome to Gamers Week Uncut, Patrons with Benefits. This is the unscripted, patron-only bonus cast with less editing and more dirty jokes. We don't know where the conversation will go, but we're sure it will be weird.
This fish just went right on my nipple, and I'm just like,
I Google Street Fighter 6. The first search result that comes up is people think they can see Ryu's dick in the Street Fighter 6 reveal.
Listen up here, kids. You're not going to want to get one of those VDSTDs things, right? Make it fall off. When you go, grab a pro. You'll be doing it for America.
that was perfect.
If you want to hear weekly episodes of our patron-only bonus cast, join us at patreon.com/gamersweek.